Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today's topic going to be on the rights of Allah Almighty and also the rights of His servant upon Allah. So if we do the right that Allah has asked us to do, then He will give us our right. Allah's right is upon His creation are the right that must be kept the most. Allah is the sole creator, a sustainer and a maintainer of the universe. He is the Almighty who created everything with absolute wisdom. Allah is the one who initiates every being from nothing. He is the one who protects the humans in their mother's womb as infant, as children and as adults. He alone sustains all humans and provides them with food and every aspect of their life. Allah said in the Quran that, and Allah has brought you out from your mother's womb while you know nothing, and He gave you hearing, sight, and hearts that you might give thanks to Allah the Almighty. Surah 16, verse 78. If Allah refused sustenance to anyone, He will instantly destroy. Allah's mercy is what kept human being and everything else alive. Allah's control over His slaves is perfect. His bounties are countless. If this is His role in the life of human, then His rights are what one must keep the most. Allah does not need sustenance from His slave. Allah said, "We ask not of you a provision, we provide it for you, and the good end is for the muttaqin, the one who fears Allah." Surah 20, verse 132. Allah only wants one thing from His slave, which Allah says, "And I, Allah, created not the jinn and the mankind except that they should worship me alone. I seek not any provision from them, nor do we ask that they should feed me. Verily Allah is the all-provider, owner of power and most strong." As Surah 51, verse 56 to 58. Allah only wants mankind to worship Him alone and ascribe no partners with Him or associate anything or any form of worship with other than Allah alone. And truly He is slave. Who worship Allah alone will be truly His slave. He wants them to surrender to His will as they surrender to His control for the means of their lives. It is only fair to worship only the one who holds and the existence of everything and everyone is in His hand. One should thank Allah who alone provides for him or her by worshipping Him alone. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, "And whatever of blessing and good things you have, it is from Allah. Then when harm touches you, unto Him you cry aloud for help." Surah 16, verse 53. What Allah requires from His slaves to do is very easy. He does not want hardship to come to those striving to worship Allah alone. Allah says that, "And strive hard in Allah's cause as you ought to strive with sincerity. He has chosen you to convey His message, which is Islam, and has not laid upon you in religion any hardship. It is the religion of your forefathers or your father Ibrahim alayhi salam. It is He Allah who has named you Muslim both before, and it is the Quran that the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam may be witness over you and be witness over mankind. So offer prayer perfectly, give zakah, compulsory charity, and hold fast to Allah. He is your Lord. What an excellent Lord and what an excellent helper. Surah 22 verse 78. What Allah wants from us is to worship Him with sincerity and to perform His religious deeds, 5 prayers a day, bring forgiveness from Him and purity in the heart. Muslim must try to perform prayer in the best form. So keep your duty to Allah as much as you can. Surah 64 verse 16. The Prophet ﷺ said, stand while praying. If you cannot, then while sitting. And if you cannot, then while lying on your side. Surah Al-Bukhari. Needy strangers who have no money, the indebted, and to others who are eligible to provide tremendous benefit for the poor. Allah also requires fasting in the lunar month of Ramadan. He said, what translated means, so whoever of you sight the crescent on the first night of the month of Ramadan, we must fast that month. And whoever is ill or on a journey, the same number of days he misses from other days should be made up. Surah 2, 185. Also, Hajj, the pilgrimage to Mecca, once in a lifetime, is obligatory upon all Muslims if they are able to do so, with financial means, physical means, spiritual means. In general, we have the obligation to avoid by all of Allah's orders and stay away from all He had made forbidden for us. The above mentioned are the duties of Allah, Allah's slave toward Him. They are not difficult to perform. The reward outweighed the requirement by far. The reward is, Allah says, and whoever is removed away from the fire and admitted to paradise, he is indeed a successful. The life of this world is only an enjoyment and deception. Surah 3 verse 185. So that's the right of Allah, inshallah. And the right of the Prophet ﷺ is this. The right of the Prophet ﷺ is very important. After the rights of Allah, there is no human who has more right than the Prophet ﷺ. Allah says in the Quran, verily we have sent you, Muhammad ﷺ, as a witness, as a bearer of glad tidings, and as a warner, in order that you, O mankind, may believe in Allah and His Messenger, and that you assist and honor Him, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that is mentioned in Surah 48, verse 8 to 9. Therefore, love for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam should be more than one love for himself, his children, his family, the worldly possession. The Prophet ﷺ said, none of you will believe till I come dearer to him than his children, his parents, and all humans. Surah Al-Bukhari, Sahih Al-Bukhari and Muslim. So also Allah says in many verses, wa atiullahu wa atiu Rasul. If you love Allah, you must love the Prophet ﷺ and follow the Prophet ﷺ Sunnah. The Prophet ﷺ has many rights. Respect and appreciation for him should be practiced in the best manner as you can. Respecting the Prophet ﷺ include respect of and adherence to his Sunnah. After his death, due rights should be given to the Prophet ﷺ without exaggeration. When one reads how the companion is to love and respect the Prophet ﷺ, one knows the importance of this matter. When Quraysh, the Prophet ﷺ tribe, sent Ora ibn Masud to negotiate with the Prophet in Hudaybah area, he was greatly impressed by how the companion treated the Prophet ﷺ. He said, I have visited the king of Persia, Rome, and Abyssinia, but I have not seen any leaders more revered and respected by his people than Muhammad ﷺ. If he ordered them to do anything, they do it without delay. If he performed wudu, washing up for prayer, they all seek the remainder of the water he used. They never looked at him in the eye out of respect. This is how the Prophet ﷺ was treated by his companion. He was Allah's messenger who possessed great qualities and the best conduct ever. The rights of the Prophet ﷺ include believing in him in the matters of religion and the past, present, and the future happening. He told us about adherence and submission to his order are some of his rights. When a Muslim believes in the Prophet ﷺ and wants to follow his religion, he must do so believing that the Prophet ﷺ way is the best way. Believing in him, the Prophet ﷺ includes the affirmation that his religion is the best religion. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, but know by your Lord they can have no faith until they make you judge in all dispute between them and find in themselves no resistance against your decision and accept them with full submission. Surah 4 verse 65. Also Allah say, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to the mankind, if you love Allah, then follow me and Allah will love you and forgive you your sin. And Allah is oft forgiving and most merciful. Surah 3 verse 31. So just to summarize or brief, that when you say we have to protect Prophet ﷺ, we have to protect him and respect him, honor him. If anyone says any disrespecting thing about him, we need to defend that in writing. And if we cannot, we have to dislike it in our heart. So bear that in mind, that the greatest of man and the greatest of prophet that at current moment we need to follow is Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and is the religion of Abraham alayhi and all the prophet before Prophet ﷺ came. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayhi. So I conclude, and may Allah forgive me for making any mistake. If I have, Allah forgive me and guide me to the straight path and make me a good Muslim and increase in my knowledge. And if I make any mistake, my dear Muslim brothers and sisters, correct me and comment on it. Jazakallahu khairan.